You there, human! Are you the rider that won the Great Swoop Race in the lower city? Yeah, that's right. I have a message from Karaeous Ordo. He says to meet him in the cantina. Karaeous? Isn't that the Mandalorian that works for Davik? Yes, that's the one. Given his connections, you can see why it would be wise to attend the meeting. Karaeous didn't say why he wanted to meet you. He only said that he had an offer you couldn't refuse. Given his connections, you can see why it would be foolish to ignore his request. Okay, yeah, so that's a thing. I made him an offer I couldn't refuse, says my wife, coming in all menacingly. Thanks for the message. I'll go meet him at the cantina. A wise choice, human. I would advise you not to wait too long. Mandalorians are known for many things, but patience is not one of them. Especially that one. Alrighty, thank you very much. What? Karth has a level up. Okay, Karth. Still got awareness and treat injury. We'll go with that. Feats. Being a soldier, very much a... Yeah, he's very much a blaster boy for us, isn't he? He has weapon specialization blaster pistols already, so we don't even really need to worry about that. Oh, melee... Oh, I should have thought about that for myself. Oops. 1 extra vitality every time they level up. I want to work on his damage, though. Critical threat range. Yep. Accept. Thank you.
Sure.
Ooh, now what do we want to do? Ooh, okay, what do I want to do next? I didn't experience the dueling all that much. I just did the first one. That'd be a good place to get some money. How many credits do we have? 3,400. Although I do feel like we need to go visit the Mandalorian first. That seems like an important thing to do. And then it was over here that I get to go down? To Lower City, right there. That looks different. Mission seems rather distant. Maybe you should talk to her. That's right, I keep forgetting to talk to my companions all the time. Speak with Mission.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to talk to you about your brother.
I was a little snappish when we last talked. I'm sorry about that. I get a little touchy when it comes to Griff. It's kind of embarrassing telling people about him.
Embarrassing? Why?
It's complicated. Griff wasn't the most popular guy. He had his faults. But I still loved him, you know? Sometimes people don't understand. I never knew my parents. My brother always looked out for me. He's the one who brought me here to Tars. I was just a kid, only 5. But I remember the trip, if you could call it that. We were stuffed inside a packing crate in the Starfreighter's cargo hold with just enough food and water to make the trip. Not exactly first class, you know?
Yep. Sounds about right. You were stowaways?
I don't know the whole story. I was pretty young, but my brother owed a lot of money. Might even have been a few arrest warrants out for him, I don't know. The only way to get off the planet was to smuggle ourselves out. I mean, I don't want to make it sound like we were criminals. Well, maybe my brother was. See,
yeah.
This is why I don't like to talk about it. It makes Griff sound worse than he really was. My brother had his problems, but he always looked out for me.
But he still had problems. What kind of problems did your brother have?
He gambled and drank, and he was always borrowing money for his latest get-rich-quick scheme. But he had a good heart, you know? He taught me how to survive, showed me how to slice into a computer security system, how to get inside a locked building without the entrance codes, and how to spot a wealthy mark for a quick shell game.
I have to say, sounds like he was nothing but a petty criminal.
Hey, you don't know what it's like. You need those skills here in the lower city. Griff did right by me. I really miss him since he left. I keep hoping he'll come back someday. He promised me he would.
Why did he leave?
He fell in with a bad crowd. It's all Lena's fault. She's the one who took him from me. Just batted those long lashes at him and off he went.
Okay, this is the first time we've heard about someone else. Who's Lena?
I don't want to talk about Griff and Lena. Just the thought of that space tramp makes my blood boil. Subject's closed as far as I'm concerned. If I'm gonna be any help to you, I can't be worrying about my brother running off with some intergalactic skank. So is there something else you need?
Wow, girl. Nothing. Never mind.
Have it your way.
Wow. Okay, am I walking in the right direction? Lower city, there we go. Paul, exactly right. What problems did he have? Everything, pretty much. Oh.
A plague spreads through our streets.
Gordon.
We cannot sit idly by while this pot...
No, that... someone else I was... Hey, Karth. Can I talk to you later? Man, everyone just wants to talk to you if you don't talk to them first. Speak to Karth.
Yes, what's on your mind?
You're the one who wanted to talk to me. I want to continue our discussion from before.
I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yes, but I'm bored, so spit it out. Nope. Don't you think you'd feel better after you discussed it?
Not particularly. I guess it wouldn't hurt exactly either, though I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed
You're the
us,
one who
that
talked
stands
to me
out above all of
first.
them is the one that I respected the most. Saul.
Ah, interesting. When I think of all the men who have betrayed us, the one that stands out is the one I respected most, Saul. Okay, so it must have been like a friend or a superior. You say the name like I should know it.
You don't. I thought everyone did. But Admiral Saul Karaeous is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first
There
began.
you go.
He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
Gotcha. You didn't think he would betray the Republic.
Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. Even when things looked to be at their worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him. I could have stopped it all.
So you blame yourself for trusting your friend.
I blame Saul, not myself. I was stupid and I ignored the danger. He nearly destroyed us all. No, I fought Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret it.
So that's all of it then?
No, it's not. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Okay. Let's go. Hey there, will you let me by?
This elevator is off limits. Only Sith patrols and those with proper authorization are allowed into the lower city. It's obvious from the way you're dressed that you're not one of the Sith patrols, so unless you have the authorization papers, you must move along.
I should have them still. I've got my authorization papers right here.
Well, why didn't you say so? Everything seems to be in order. Okay, I guess you can go down to the lower city. Just be careful down there. Those swoop gangs will take a shot at anybody. Even our Sith patrols have come under fire.
Paul Bag. Yep. Karth. Looks like Karth wants to talk to you. Also, Karth, I don't want to talk about it. What they should have had is like, something seems to be bothering Karth. You should talk to him. Instead of just like, Karth wants to talk about something. And then the voice actor, I don't want to talk about it. I know, it's just like, that is, yeah, that makes me, what am I trying to say here? I'm stumbling over my own tongue. That's very humorous to me that they have it like that. Oh. I can't go over there? Oh, that was weird. Apparently I had to walk around an invisible wall. Okay, let's go find us a Mandalorian. Not sure if he wants to be...
I saw you in the swoop race. Very impressive. You seem like you know how to get results. That's just the kind of person I'm looking for.
What are you talking about?
My name's Karaeous Ordo. I work for Davik Kang in the exchange. The hours aren't great, but they promised me a fortune to work for them and I had nothing better to do. Mandalorian mercs like me are in high demand. But lately, Davik hasn't been paying me what he promised. I don't like getting cheated, so I figure it's time for me to break the Sith quarantine and get off this backwater planet.
How do you plan to do that?
I've got a plan to escape, Taris, but I can't do it alone. I need someone I know can get the job done to help me. That's where you come in.
Careful, mercs like this haven't a lick of conscience. They'll betray you in a heartbeat. This could be a trap.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking with your friend, aren't I? I saw you win that swoop race and started thinking. Anyone crazy enough to race like that is probably crazy enough to break into the Sith military base. I need someone to steal the Sith launch codes from the base. Without those codes, any ship leaving the atmosphere will be disintegrated by the Sith fleet's automated defense guns.
Interesting. So we need a ship and codes. Why should I help you?
Here's the deal. You bring me those launch codes, and I can provide the vehicle to get us off the planet. Davik's flagship, the Ebon Hawk.
Ooh, yeah, we heard about that ship. I thought it was Brejik's, not Davik's. Maybe I got that wrong. I probably got that wrong. How are you going to manage that?
Not yet. First you bring me the launch codes. Then I'll tell you the rest of my plan.
How am I supposed to get inside the military base?
Getting in won't be easy. The Sith base is protected by an encrypted security system. It would take a top-of-the-line astromech droid to slice through it. Lucky for you, I know just the place to get a droid like that. Davik was having one custom built by Janice Nall. Just tell her Karaeous sent you, and she'll sell you the droid. Then you can use it to get the launch codes from the Sith base.
Oh, the other not piece of crap droid that was in the shop. Won't Davik be mad if I take his droid?
Davik paid for the droid, but I'm the guy he put in charge of the mission. He won't care how I come up with those codes. Normally I do this myself, but everyone knows who I work for. If I broke into the Sith base, they'd send an army down on Davik's estate to get those codes back. That's why I need you.
That makes sense. I don't trust him, but I can't say, okay, but I don't trust you. Okay, Karaeous, I'll bring you those codes.
Much as I hate to say it, he's probably right. We're gonna need that ship.
Sooner or later, you'll figure this out. Either we work together or we both stay stuck here on Taurus. Come back and speak to me again when you've come to your senses.
Okay, dude. Understood. Thing is, I have no idea where... Okay, that just cycles through the points. I have no idea where the Sith base is. I'll figure it out eventually, though. That's part of the fun of games like these, is figuring it all out. Yeah, it's not in here. But I need to go back to the Undercity because I had some quests there to turn in eventually. I didn't find any rat ghoul serum, did I? But I didn't kill everything in the lower city. Undercity, that's it. My wife is raising her hand like she has a comment. Yes? Now, I know why my wife got excited when I went to the droid shop. The other one wasn't available at the time. Okay, was the droid shop in this area? Nope. Not that one. That's the city. Droids! Oh. Sith base. Right there. That's right, I couldn't get into it before. Hey girl, you know this other droid right over here that I wanted to get but you didn't let me? I'm gonna get it now. Back again, I see. Well, I've never turned away a potential customer yet. You interested in seeing what I have in stock? Isn't the Sith base the map locator labeled Sith? Yes, it very much is. I completely forgot about it because I was in the Undercity for like a few streams. Karaeous said you'd sell me the T3M4 droid. Oh, Karaeous sent you. Well, why didn't you say so? Okay, the droid is ready. 2,000 credits? I think Karaeous said Davik had already paid for it. Give me that Give me that droid for free or Davik will close this shop down permanently. I don't want any trouble with Davik. Look, take the droid, it's yours. But the next time Davik wants me to do some custom work, he's out of luck. Oh, okay. I'm surprised that worked. Mission. I'm going to take you out and I'm going to put the droid in. Yeah. Experience points gain. Oh. Gotcha. I think that's literally the first dark side points I got. But I got the droid for free. Yeah, it's because I threatened. That's exactly what it was. I threatened. I didn't persuade. You don't talk much, do you? Just chime in if you ever have any advice. Cute. Ask you some questions? Never mind. Okay, I'm wondering, can the droid... Ah, the droid can be upgraded! That's actually really cool. Okay, sensor, utility, 2 utility slots, a sensor slot. I can give it weapons. I can give my droid weapons. Oh no. Oh no. Computer use 12. I am not shocked about that at all. Repair, really good at that. So yeah, you're pretty much just repair and computers. Makes sense. Give him one of the ice guns? I know. If only I had one of those ice guns. Attributes. That makes so much sense. Just level up intelligence. Why wouldn't I level intelligence? It's a droid. Skills. Computer use. Repair. Security. And one more. Oh, I have to have 2. Can I bank points for next time? Cool, you can bank skill points. You have not spent all of your skill points. These may be saved, and you may spend them the next time. That is really cool. And level up again. So now I can level up computer again, repair, security, do I want to do demolitions? Or would awareness work? Oh, demolitions? Demolitions or awareness? I mean, mission is kind of my demolitions person. I'll bump up your awareness. And then feats. Feats for a droid? What do I want a droid's feet to be? Droid upgrade class 2. Tactician logic. Pistol. Gearhead. It's a droid. We want it to be like super hacky droid. We're essentially trying to make an R2-D2 here. An R2-D2 do anything with computers kind of droid. Oh, another level up. Dang! How many times are you going to do this? 1. Max those out. Save the points. Feats. It's a droid. We want to make it super droid-y. Exactly. Yes, wife. My wife is saying we want to make it super droidy, but at the same time, make sure it doesn't die in battle. I think there was a few upgrades we could take that would do exactly that. But we had to buy them, if I recall. Why do I want 2 weapon? Oh, because of dual blaster pistols. There. Oh, but I'm going to increase its survivability a bit more. There we go. Cool. Just leveled it up a whole bunch.
What?
Nope, not what I wanted to do. Ah! Equipment, we wanted to not look at me, we wanted to look at the droid. Okay, sensor, utilities, special weapons, stun ray, shield disruptor, light plating, energy shield. Okay.
Yes?
Hello.
Hachu apanki, jishawa anibong
Let me see what you got for sale.
tanga bok sha nak nong.
Nice. Okay, so our repair kits are for the droid. Droid light plating. Type 2. Sensor probe. Computer probe. Security interface tool. Doesn't say what slot it goes into. Light plating type 2. I think that's technically an upgrade. Light plating type 1. So the light plating type 2 wasn't that expensive.
What?
Hachu tanga
I'm gonna buy that for you. Just needed 1. And then what else? There was 2 utility slots and a sensor slot. And these don't say what slots they go into. I'm good for now. Keep going to the wrong screen. Oh, can I not? I can't do it yet. Droid upgrade class 2. That would be Ah, that thing. Okay, I got it.
Yes?
We got him an upgrade for when we eventually want to have some fun with that. I think maybe going back to the Undercity, because we had Rukil. But my wife is saying my time is up. Yeah, it is getting late. What? Hold on. My wife is telling me to press caps lock. Oh! Free look or first person? Oh, I can't walk around though. Caps lock. Ah! Uh-oh. I clicked out of it. Oh, there we go. Click what? Oh, get the droid. Okay. Droid. Do the same thing with him. Oh.
Listen to me, people. That is
It's a fun little detail of the game. Anyway. Actually, right here is a perfect save spot. Hello, I'm back again. Sorry about the little bit of longer wait than usual. Sometimes when trying to figure out a real talk subject, sometimes something comes to mind instantly because it was put on my heart, or other times I'm having to go through my long list of ideas to figure stuff out. But this time, it's actually a little different. Because usually when I have a real talk subject, it's from my list. It's like I think one of the last ones I did was talking about, what was it? I was literally just looking at it. Like I had talked about perseverance. I had talked about, what was it? I was just looking at it, but actually this time it's a little different. Yeah, with the last follow I just got, that means I have now 40 followers on Twitch, which is, of course, since I'm trying to grow, the most I've ever had. So thank you very much for that. The last person that followed, Paul Bag. And what came to mind to talk today was, shockingly, a bit about my personal growth when it comes to streaming. I have not hidden the fact at all that I'm Christian, and I've talked about many different Christian subjects, following God. I've talked about motivation, finding purpose in life, dealing with grief, talking about chronic stress, talking about my journey with chronic illness. But I think one thing I haven't really talked about is my journey with streaming and content creation, and how much I've grown with that. Didn't even think about this until like just 2 or 3 minutes ago. So here we go. I've mentioned before that this period of streaming is technically the second time I've ever done streaming in my life. The first was about 5 years ago when I was streaming on the Mixer platform. That was, very sadly, the alternate platform owned by Microsoft that was really taken off, but unfortunately it died a rather sudden and glorious death because of a lot of mismanagement and bad expectations on high, and so many content creators got shafted, and it was so sad. But I fortunately had stopped streaming at that time due to my chronic illness, so that's kind of a different story. But anyway, it was about 5 years ago I was streaming, and back then I also felt the calling to have a Christian-oriented stream, and have it be a ministry, and go down that whole route. Unfortunately, I very, very, very much failed at that calling. I very quickly, and I mean very quickly, turned it into the stream all about me. I forgot to pray before any of my streams, which is something I do now all the time. I didn't even have I didn't have this real talk segment back then It was just kind of I got on, I streamed, it was about me and nothing else. And part of the struggle and hardship I've gone over the last few years, I fully believe, was teaching me that lesson. That I failed with that one. So after going through a major video game addiction and getting to the end of that and thinking I'd never be able to play a game ever again, much less stream video games online, I got to the point where I'm able to stream again. And I mean, 40 followers, slow growth, but compared to my time on Mixer, that's actually really bad. After just, I think it was like just 3 or 4 months on Mixer, being a brand new streamer, I had well over 200 followers, which that growth and that time on that platform at that time was actually really, really good. This is what I mean about growing as a streamer and growing as a person and getting better and more secure in myself and my ministry and my calling, is I had really good growth. I had multiple people showing up for every, I had a mini community at the time and I was building it up. But unlike so many content creators, I started obsessing about my numbers and getting depressed about them and wanting more and not getting it and not getting happy with what I had. I actually surprisingly still have some videos of some streams I recorded way back then that I had meant to divvy up into episodes and then post on YouTube, and I was watching through them fairly recently, and I mean they're entertaining even for me, even though I'm watching myself. And I was remembering it at the time of I had people showing up every stream, but I was still frustrated. I was still getting depressed about my numbers. I still wanted more that I didn't have. And I was just comparing that to now. It's, hey, I got 40 followers. Wonderful. And I've been very conscious of the fact that I've had very slow growth over the last 4 to 5 months that I've been streaming. I know that. But I'm okay with slow growth because I understand that it's with what I particularly am doing, I am going to have slow growth. I might not have the most retention. And I'm okay with that because it's now not just about me. I'm turning this into a mini ministry. I'm still developing and figuring out Discord because I want that to be kind of a main base of community operations per se. And I'm figuring that out and figuring out how I want all of that to be set up and figured out. I'm in the process of figuring out how to multi-stream to multiple platforms at once because I don't want it to have it just be on Twitch. Right now I'm just on Twitch as I'm learning, but I'm going to be spreading out to other platforms, and I want to have this be a mini community ministry. Exactly where I'm going to go with it, I don't know. I'm keeping myself open to the possibilities as God lays them on my heart and shows me where to go and what to do with them. But where my heart is and where my intentions are from 5 years ago to now, even though I kind of had the same thing in my mind of having a video game ministry, is completely different. I'm now, today, much more intentional about doing what God wanted me to do with this gaming ministry, keeping to the straight and narrow, and I pray that I continue to do that long term. Whereas 5 years ago, within a very short span of time, I pretty much completely forgot God was even part of my stream. 5 years ago, I had a lot of depression and misery, and I was all down and depressed that my thing wasn't growing, even though I am well behind where I was now. That was really confusing. Even though back then, after the period of time that I've been streaming now, I was multiple times ahead. There we go. I had more people showing up, I had more followers, I had more engagement, I had a bigger network back then, and I wasn't happy about it. I wasn't grateful about it. One of my previous talks was about gratitude, always being grateful for what you have. As human beings, it is all too easy, unfortunately, to, when things are going well, forget God exists. And then the pride comes in of, look at what I've made, not at look at what God has used me to make. that exact thing has come to mind multiple times as I streamed. It's like, hey, look at what I'm doing. And I have to remind myself, no, look at what God's helping me do. It's most likely always going to be a huge battle of that, the pride versus submission. And that's because that's been the biggest battle of my life, is the pride and arrogance of thinking I can do it on myself, and the submitting to God's will and control. I could probably turn that into a whole new thing. Hey, Lunalicious, welcome. So just looking at the difference of my life now and my focus with streaming now compared to where my focus was with streaming 5 years ago, things are so different. Now, even though it's like, yes, I have real slow growth, but I'm okay with that. I'm happy in the little bit I have. I'm happy in I'm joyful about what the little I have now, even though 5 years ago I had more at this period of time. I don't know why I keep coming back. We have completely opposite stands with God, but here I am. Hey, that's fine. I'm totally okay to talk with people who have opposite stands with God. Not everyone is where I'm at in my life, and I mean, this is the ministry I have is it sounds weird saying it this way, but it makes sense. But there's the old children's song, "This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine." Many kids have been taught that growing up, but me shining my little light in the darkness of the internet is kind of the whole ministry focus that God put on my heart. And these real talk segments that I do are kind of part of that. So if you ever have any questions or want to figure something out, say so in chat or message me somewhere else or join on Discord and let me know there. I'm very open and willing to talk about almost anything you might need. So yeah, just when I was looking at my 40 followers that I just achieved tonight, that this whole subject came up to mind of how I've grown as a streamer and how God has helped me to where I am now. And that's about all I have for tonight. My brain is running out of the subject to talk about. So yeah, I'll log off now. Thank you everyone for coming out. I had a grand old time playing KOTOR. We had a lot of fun. Oh, I made it right at the end? Yeah, I'm sorry. You made it right here at the end. I'm just getting off. I usually start at 9 o'clock my time, but it's currently 11:30, and I stopped gaming at about 11 o'clock my time. Better late than never? Very true. Eventually, I'll be chopping this stream up and posting it on YouTube as a kind of Let's Play series, but if you want to see what we did, I'm sure my VOD, once I'm done streaming, will be available. You can watch it there as well. And everyone have a good night. Hope to see everyone next time. See you then. Bye.